Hi, and welcome to Paper Route Scrapbooking. I'm Nadine, and today I'm sharing with you the layouts that I made in the month of January 2023. All right, so for the month of January 2023, I accomplished quite a bit. I got some layouts done, as well as some mini album stuff and some cards. So I'm excited to show you everything that I accomplished in January. And a lot of what I did was either paid content stuff or I was scrapbooking away from my own craft room. And so there wasn't a lot of videos posted, but if you are going to watch this video, you might want to grab a bevy and hang out and get comfy and cozy because I have a lot to share with you and I'm super excited about that. So let's get started. I'm going to start with the 12 by 12 stuff because that way if you are not interested in the smaller sized albums or in cards or whatever, you can just turn the video off after we're finished with the 12 by 12s. But I completed 25 scrapbook layouts in this format, or 31 pages, because some of them are doubles. So some people count, I count the layouts, and some people count the pages. So it's 31 scrapbook 12 by 12 scrapbook pages, but 25 layouts. I also did 21 6 by 8 pages and 5 cards, and then I also assembled an entire 6 by 8 album, but haven't put pictures or anything in it. So I'm going to share all of that with you, and I'm going to start at 12 by 12 so that if that's your jam and that's all you want to see, then you can turn off the video after we finish that. Okay, so the first thing that I did for the month of January was I came back from a trip to visit my son and my grandchildren around the, 10th or whatever it was when I got home, and maybe earlier than that, 6th? I don't know. Anyway, before I had to go back to work. And thought, I have all these Christmas pictures from 2020, 2021, and now all of 2022. So I want to spend the month of January getting caught up on some, not necessarily caught up because I thought that was a bit of a stretch, and it was, there's no way. But I want to document some of my Christmas stuff. So I went all in for ho ho ho. So here is what I accomplished at the beginning, the first couple weeks, was that I went back through the Evergreen and Holly class that I kind of missed at the beginning of December, and I finished the layouts from that. So this was one of the layouts. It's a double page, 5 photos. I love these little, I didn't put anything on these, so I just glued them in, but these little tags inside of these little envelopes, how super cute is that? So yeah, and the stenciling on the background. And I know I showed some of this in some of my videos. I know I showed when I finished the stenciling and stuff, and actually this is backwards. This goes this way. Shows what I know, hey? But look, yeah, see how that stenciling kind of matches up in the center? And then obviously my titling. So yeah, so the layout is from 2020, and it's all about our spirit days at, I work in a school, and so spirit days were extra important that year because it wasn't just a struggle for the kids, it was a struggle for the staff to get through all the things. So I think we had 10 spirit days, but I only captured, my work days are very busy. These pictures were taken at home. This one was taken at home. These ones were actually, I think this one was taken at home too. Oh no, that's at school. But taken on the fly. But yeah, so I documented what I could. But yeah, so that was what this one was about. And it turned out so cute. I love Vicki's classes, as you will see in this video. And then the next one I did was also an Evergreen and Holly layout. And this time I did use the little tag pockets, and I put extra photos in each of the pockets because this was a gift for my son's family. I took them to the Legoland Discovery Center in Toronto. It's actually not in Toronto, it's in the GTA. Oh, sorry about the glare. It's nighttime. I can't find time during the day. Sorry. I have a life. And these pot lights, if you're going to do any kind of filming, don't set up your craft room in a place where there's pot lights. It's hard to find something different in this house at the moment, but we'll work that out someday, I guess, in the far future. But yeah, I put these little pockets. I put extra photos because this was a super fun day. So yeah, one of the things that my son and his wife wanted was to take the kids to this Discovery Center, and we had so much fun there. And it was in the early part of January, but they still had like all their Christmas stuff set up, so that was super fun. Yeah. And what else can I tell you about this layout? Nothing much, hey? Got some journaling on there, little title. So fun. And then another one from Evergreen and Holly. This one is from 2021. And it is all about how we only had adult children. Well, actually, we had no children home for Christmas, but the ones, they came on the 28th or something, I think. And again, with the glaring, sorry. And having only the adults home and no kids, because this is our youngest, and he was now of legal age. And so we went out and played pool, and we went to watch some live music, and yeah, did a bunch of things that we couldn't do if we had the littles with us. So it was a lot of fun. That was last year. And then this one is another COVID Christmas layout, and it is also from Evergreen and Holly event, Vicki's class there. And it is all about, we were in lockdown in 2020, and so my family and my niece all went over and did a front yard visit, said hello to my husband's parents on my mother-in-law's birthday, which is Christmas Eve. So that's why we have the 24. And yeah, my layout didn't turn out as pretty as Vicki's, but you know, I'm no artist, so it's all fine. And I got the story told and the pictures in there. And this one again is from this year. In the area where I live in Canada, we have very dry winters typically. And for whatever reason, the humidity went through the roof for 3 days. And we had this it's not called hoarfrost. It's called something else. And I can't remember what it is now. And I didn't even write it down, but I should add it to this layout. But we had a frost on all of our trees and everything for I think it was 3 days. It was super weird. We often get frost like this, but it's usually for a couple of hours in the morning. But yeah, this lasted for days. It was and actually, funny story. It's not like I'm a winter person who goes outside in the snow. I avoid it when I can. These are taken through the car window at the drive-through of Tim Hortons. But I just wanted to document that because it was so different from other times. Another Evergreen and Holly one, and this is from 2020 again, and it was all about making it to the last day of school before the Christmas break, and our Christmas break had gotten extended that year, but the teachers I work with, so I work in a program where we have a large amount of support staff, or what I think in the States they're called paraprofessionals, and we have 3 teachers, and all of our students have complex needs, and so the 3 teachers cooked us breakfast that day, and then our sweet students served us breakfast in the morning, and they had breakfast with us, and so it was a really nice way to end the year. So there was that, and that was what this layout was all about. And then this one was also from 2020, and it was how our student families kind of spoiled us a little bit. So we have very, like I said, kids with very complex needs, and some of the parents are just so super grateful for the support that we provide their kiddos. And so one mom made us these really cute, they're just wood blocks, but they look like a stack of books. So cute. Another mom she has a cookie business out of her kitchen, and she made us these personalized cookies, which is so cute. And then we have another mom that runs her own business selling homemade pierogies and cabbage rolls. And so we got to special order what we wanted. And I was so excited about this because this was my first Christmas where I didn't have, I didn't get to celebrate with my mom's family. My mom's family has always had Ukrainian food for Christmas dinner. And so just to have my own little bundle of pierogies and cabbage rolls was a real special blessing for me. So that was cool. And then this is, now we're moving away from Evergreen and Holly. And this is when I went to a, like evening crop here in town with just a group of friends. And we try to get together once a month. It's booked once a month. I pay for the whole year. And then if I get there, I get there. And if I don't, I don't. But I'm going to try a little bit harder, I think, in 2023 to get there. Because scrapbooking with other people, just, I don't know. It's good for my soul, I guess. So I try to take like workshop kits with me. And I think I did a little video of what I packed for my workshop or for my crop. If you want to go back and look for that. It was an old, I don't know from what year, workshop on the go from Close to My Heart. And it was called Merry and Bright. And so, yeah, that's what I worked on while I was there. And then these are pictures from this year, Christmas dinner at my mom's house. And yeah, you can see, I don't know if you can see, but naleśniki and cabbage rolls on my plate. Those Ukrainian dishes. I was so happy to get back to that this year. And then I always take a picture of me and my cousins, and this year it was just me and my brother and one cousin. Yeah, but still cool. We had a good time. And then, yeah, this was the 2-page layout that the Workshop on the Go created. And then, because I had the workshop kit and I had quite a bit of leftovers, I made a couple more pages. So this was one, and it was the pictures are from 2020, and we thought we were really funny that year, and we got a game called Pandemic, and so I had to scrapbook or document, I guess, the irony of playing a game called Pandemic while we were in a pandemic lockdown. And the game is actually a really good game. It's just ironic that, and, you know, maybe tongue-in-cheek kind of funny to play it throughout that holiday season. We played it quite a few times, actually. And this one was also from that Merry and Bright leftovers stuff. So, like, see these, like, cutout pieces? So it was, like, the opposite, I guess, of this. So I just sliced it in half to use this and then flipped it on this side to, yeah, to decorate this layout. And this is also from 2020, and this is about my grand dogs, Xena and Ophelia, and they are just such a joy to have in the house. Especially this one. She is very busy. This one's very shy. She mostly sits with her mommy and will only sit with me if mommy's not around. So, or if I have food, of course. But yeah, just how adorable they are and how much of a joy they bring to us for holidays. My little holiday beauties. Let's see. And then at that same crop, I had brought a separate kit, and it was a class kit from Jennifer Edwardson Creative Inc. Check her out if you haven't already. I'll have her store linked below. She sells what she calls creative kits, which is kind of like a bundle that includes like a bunch of different stuff from the same collection or things that go with it. And I really love her kits. There's a lot in there. You can get a lot of layouts out of them. But in this particular case, I had purchased a class kit from a sale she was having because she was trying to get rid of them probably after the class was over or whatever, but it was called Christmas in July 2021. And so I did the layouts from that. And so this was one of them. And at first I was like, how am I cutting these? And I kept looking for a cut file because she also does cut files on her site. Couldn't find one. And then when I actually opened the kit, because I'm super smart like that, there was a die inside. And I love this die. I'm like, oh my gosh, I really love this. So I'm so excited to have that in my toolbox. So this was the first layout and it turned out so cute. I love these little tag photos. Like, I don't usually print my photos that small, but you know what? Having an Epson PictureMate 400 has changed my scrapbooking life and printing whatever size photos I want. It's awesome, awesome. So yeah, and this, the title also comes from the same die set. So cute. This was another one from Christmas in July. Now this one I did not actually do at the crop. I did it when I came home because I wanted to finish the kit, but I think I might have laid the papers down or something like that. And again, the die, so cute. The die has the title also. And then this is another one from 2020 and it is just like basically, oh, you know, our gift opening and how nice it was to have at least some of our kids home and not be alone for Christmas that year. So there we go. And yeah, like how cute is this little grid? Like grid of like various patterned papers and then throw in a few photos and a title block. So cute. So cute. And then this one. And this one, the cut file came already cut in the kit, which is maybe why I was a bit confused because I saw this on the picture and then I saw those evergreens on the picture and I thought there must be a cut file somewhere, and I spent way too much time looking for the cut file before I actually opened the kit and found this already finished and the, anyway, the die. So, and this one is about how we were, in fact, this was from 2021. We were alone on Christmas Day, my husband and I, and it was hard on us. It was really hard on us. Or no, this is this year. Is this 2022? It is 2022. Look at her. Look how big she is. Okay. So yeah, this was 2022. And again, we weren't alone on Christmas Day. These two were home with us. These two came the 27th because she had to work. And then I went out and saw these guys. So I did get to see all the kids, but not all at the same time, which is, I don't know. That's not what I imagined. Does anybody else have this problem? It's part of my empty nest syndrome. It's like I had this idea in my head that we'd be one of those families and their kids would come home every Sunday for dinner and we'd all be together at Christmas and Thanksgiving, and that's just not the reality of my life, and it hurts sometimes, which is strange. There's a real thing though. It's called ambiguous grief, and where you have to actually grieve what you thought your life would be in order to move forward with. Anyway, nobody needs a psychology lesson, Dean. Okay, moving on. Okay, and this one, okay, so now finished my crop. Next thing I needed to do was I needed to teach a class at my local scrapbook store. I'm so excited to have a local scrapbook store again. Ours is called Create Red Deer, and it's just a tiny little store, and she's just starting out, so she can't really like hire people yet, but she allows me to teach out of her store. I just have to pay for a room rental. And then while I'm there, of course, I encourage people to buy things, but she's just letting me use my own supplies. And I don't make class kits or anything. I just tell people, like, bring your own stuff. Let's use up what you have, right? No purchase necessary. And then if they want to buy stuff, obviously there's a store there to buy stuff. So what I was doing was I was prepping my February class because it was January. And my February class is all about using 6x6 paper pads on 12x12 layouts. And I was really excited about it. And I love this idea. And when I did it, it gave me like 10,000 fits. And so I was like, I am not teaching this layout. This will drive people crazy. I will scare people off and never have anybody come take my classes again. So I just finished the layout and I photographed it, and it's going in my albums. The other layouts are all ready to go. The samples are at the store. It's ready. and I'll be teaching that class on February 11th. So if you're local to Red Deer and area, please come and join me. Yeah. So this is that layout that gave me 10,000 fits and did not make it into the class. It is just a layout. So, and then I did in fact teach my class at the store, and it was called Collection Kit Crush. And it was all about using one collection and completely killing that collection kit. So I used every single piece of paper. I think I had like the scraps I had fit in my hand, and I don't have very big hands. I'm not a big person. And well, I'm kind of a chunky girl, but I'm not, you know, I don't have big hands. So all of them fit inside my teeny tiny hand, and that was it. That's all I had. I used all the things. I had some stickers left on the sticker sheet, and that was it. Everything else in the collection kit was gone, gone, gone. So this was the first layout I taught. It was half and half layout. I cut the layout in half diagonally. Well, I didn't cut it. This is one full sheet of patterned paper with another diagonally cut patterned paper mounted on it. This is using those tiny Echo Park branding strips by cutting them in half and hiding them behind your paper so you can't tell they go all the way across. Big square in the center. Turned out super cute. I do love this layout. I love these pictures too. This was Family Day 2021, and I got to be with my son and his wife and my 2 grandkids, and we went out to the lake. It was a nice winter day and took some photos. So fun. And this was from that same day, and it was another one in my class, and I took the other half of that triangle page and cut it into 4 more triangles and made this little. I thought I was scrap lifting myself because I used my Instagram to make these layouts, but this one was actually from a sketch I copied. I didn't copy. I used a sketch from Jennifer Edwardson to create my original layout, and so that, I guess she's the one who created this basic idea for this layout. But anyways, I love how it turned out, and it was a good way to use that other half of the triangle for my class. And we did 6 layouts in this class. This one is totally different, again with the tiny pictures. If you ever want to put a whole bunch of tiny photos on a layout, or you have a layout that requires tiny photos, sports is the way to go, because you take your picture, you have to take your pictures from your seat. You can't be on the field or on the ice rink with the players, right? So this was, my auntie took me to Rock the Rink, which was Scott and Tessa's farewell tour. If you're Canadian, you'll know what that means. And then I also told my class, like, of course, this does not have to be mini photos. They can be 2 4x6 or whatever, right? Use your imagination. And this is stacking up those cut apart cards just to use the colors for them and not worrying about what's on them even. And for this class too, most of my titles came from the cut apart cards. This was another cute one. And it has like a secret flap over here. Check this out. Boom. My kids took me to Ice on White in Edmonton for my birthday last year. I think so. This was 2021. So not last year. But it was fun. We did this, walked around the pubs and took all the pictures of their ice sculptures. So there's that. Then this one, I wanted to show that you did not have to have winter photos to use a winter layout, but winter, if you're ever looking for like masculine stuff, winter and fall are the 2 generic kind of things you'll want to look for, because they always have masculine colors, like all the blues. And then in fall, you have all those darker tones, right? Whereas when you're starting to look into spring and summer, you get a lot of like pastels and pinks and brights. Not as masculine, right? Not that you can't use those with boys, but if you're specifically looking for something more masculine, that's where to look. Anyways, these photos were taken in July of 2014, and they were all about the Matterhorn. So winter vibes, but it was not winter time, right? And then this one was using up your scraps, and I just took the scraps I had left and stacked them all over, used them to map my photos. and I punched out all the tiny snowflakes for my background. So that was my class for, in a nutshell. It was a long class, but yeah, anyway. And then the next thing I did was I went to the store, the same store that I was teaching at, and me and a couple of friends and the store owner, Joe, we all sat together for Vicki Boutin's print shop event on the Friday night and all day Saturday. And then Sunday, she did her layout part of her event, and I got started on those layouts. But I got a migraine partway through the day, so I did not finish. I went to bed. So the first one I did is this beautiful double pager, and it is so pretty. And so of course I got, one of my other goals this year is to finish up all of her first year photos, because she's, you know, she just turned 2. So yeah, don't judge. Get to it when I get to it, right? So these are some of her first year photos from 2021. But yeah, how cute is that? And we did some mixed media. We did some, oh my gosh, you know what, you guys? This is so funny. So do you see these like peach circles that are here? Guess why they're there? Because I screwed up. I took the big part of this page and the big part of the white page and I glued them together. And so this one page was like really big and the other page was really small. And I didn't notice until I finished them and did one of these. Then I was like, what the heck? So I had to tear the photos off, tear the like layouts, because this is like one half of a sheet and one half of a sheet, but it's like 7 and 5. It's not 6 and 6. And so anyway, I attached the 2 7s together and the 2 5s together, and I did not notice because I work on them like one half at a time, because that's how my brain works, is in a square-ish kind of deal. And so then I got them on there and I was like, what the heck? So I had to pull it apart. And so the photos and stuff kind of pulled up some of this paper. And so I had to punch some circles and lay them around so that you couldn't see where my paper tore. So that's my little story. How about that? Everybody have fun with that. So I'm glad I got it fixed. And then when I was finished, one of these pages was longer than the other, because one, I think it was this one, was from like a paper pad and this one was an open stock sheet, and they were not the same length. So I cut them so that they were the same size across both, and then I matted them in black so that they are a 12 by 12 when I stick them in the album with everything else. So there you go. Print shop. Gorgeous collection, by the way. Vicki hit it out of the park with this collection. Here's another one. Double pager. And again, beautiful. We did some, I don't even know if you call that mixed media. We did some stenciling on the background. We did, just, these are vellum pieces from her vellum sheet. I had fun with this title. My, ephemera pack was missing a piece, so I created my own. It was like supposed to look like a slide with this like yellow washi on the bottom, so I just made one out of white paper, but kind of annoying that it wasn't in there, right? And then again, this one was an open stock sheet and this one was out of a paper pad, and so it wasn't quite long enough, so I added a little piece of green and just like glued it on the back and measured it. Oh, that's really gonna hurt your eyes. Measured it up so that it was a 12 by 12 when I put it in the album. Yeah, so fun. My little babies were so tiny. They're so big now. Okay, and then this is another one of the print shop, and it was meant to be, I believe, a 2-page spread like this, but I just made 2 single-page layouts. So this one's about daycare, and my little guy going to daycare and learning all the things. And I thought that was a good way to use these kind of like school type or office type of embellishments. So that was that one. And again, with the stenciling on the background. And I made a mistake here too and used distress ink instead of oxide ink, so it doesn't show up as good on the darker background, but that's fine. It's not really a well, it was a mistake. I meant to use the oxides. My bad. Here's another single that was supposed to be the other half of that double. And this one, I think I cut my paper wrong, so this one was extra wide, so I just threw some washi on there. This little heart washi I found at Michael's in like the clearance bin or whatever. It's so cute. And then, yeah, Create Magic Moments. This is another one for her first year album. And this is also, I think, was supposed to be like a 2-pager. Where's the other one? I didn't do it. I think it was supposed to be like this. But I felt like it was easily 2 separate pages because this one kind of had a title and this one kind of had a title. And this one fit already 5 photos on it, so I felt like I can totally switch that up. So I made this one. And then, yeah, partway through this one, massive headache. I called her quits after that. Went to bed. And yeah, so this one I got. This one's also for her first year album. This was all about a day we went to Niagara. We were in Niagara Falls. We went to the Whitewater Walk and then we went to Safari Niagara, and that's just her little day there. So cute. She was so tiny. And it was a perfect day because this was the one day where we had our whole family, like all 10 of us together. Never happens. I shouldn't say never. Very rarely happens. And it's usually not even a full day. It's usually like hours, but this was a full day. We all stayed in the same Airbnb and everything. It was awesome. Okay, so that is it for my 25 layouts, or if you're counting pages, 31 pages. Then in that same print shop class on the Friday night when we first got started, we did a little bit of, it was called cards and tags, but I already had these cards kind of where I have like the cards made because I have like this huge, I should show it to you guys one day, huge box of envelopes that a friend gave me. She got for free, I think, or really low cost from Costco when they were closing their photo center. And so, she gave me like an entire box. I think there's thousands of envelopes in it. And so I just made cards to, not all of them, but I have like 20 or whatever cards that just fit in this envelope. And then I just have the card front piece loose so that I can just work on it. So it was really easy and quick to put these together and I didn't have to cut anything. Yeah. So I made 5 cards. So this was 1 card. And then I just had some like chipboard pieces that I thought kind of went well with the print shop collection. But she was showing us how to use her stamps and stencils together in this part of the class, which was the Friday night. And it was an event, really. Anyway. I know I talk about it all the time, but like her events are well worth the price because I couldn't even, the other girls that I went to this with, they missed out on buying the kit part, and so they had to put together their kit by themselves, and they spent over $300. It was 198 Canadian, and I think the shipping was like $30, something like that. So I paid just a little over $200, and I didn't have to pay for access, right? And so I got all of my supplies plus access to the class for just over $200, and they spent over $300 just on supplies plus had to pay for the all access $40 class. So I mean, if you can get in on those event workshops, man, it's well worth the money. Anyway, so here's another card that we made where she showed us how to make little flowers with her stamps and stencils. So cute. I love how this one turned out. And then another one, stamps and stencils, and this one we stamped and stenciled and then punched the pieces out and then popped them up, and it's so cute. See that? So fun. Stamps and stencils. I think this was actually the same. Like I just put these ones side by side and stamped and stenciled them together and made 2 cards out of it. So there you go. And then this was another, because they're layering stencils, right? So you layer the background part and then the, yeah, so fun. Fun, fun, fun. So 5 cards from that part. And then I assembled the entire album. So the class part, we did all of the album cutting. We did on the Saturday, all of the cutting of the paper. And then we, she calls it clip and flip. So you just clip the papers you need together and then flip them over so they're ready to go in. And then when I came home that day, I spent the rest of the day assembling. So putting the pages actually together and putting them in the album. So I don't have any pictures or embellishments or anything, but I did put the whole album together, and I just wanted to flip through it quick and show you guys because it's quite the like lots of flips and flaps and things, right? Do any of you watch Shamel? She used this paper in her Best of Both Worlds, Best of Both Worlds, say that 5 times fast, in January. And she called this paper the Brussels sprout paper, which cracks me up every time I look at it. Okay, so then this one, another flip. And then look at this mini page, it's so cute. And then the, another pocket page. And then this one, how cool is this? Check it out. Right? So cute. That one. Little mini page with a little pocket. And then here's another flippy flappy page. So goes like this. Check that out. It actually goes like that. And then this one has like tag flaps. So cute. All the photos you could get in there. And then this one is another flap. Pocket page. This is a full-size 6x8 pocket. Brussels sprouts. And this is like, we made this page, which I think it's so cool. And it's got little like slider thingies. I kind of want to cut these into tags actually, but we'll see. And then of course they pull out on the back too. And then this one. And this one. So this one, as you can see, like it has the brad in the back, but she showed that she took an embellishment from the chipboard piece and put like foam tape around this and then stuck the chipboard on top, and then you just can't even tell that the brad is there. Smart, because this one's so cute. Look, it tucks into this little pocket card here, and then it like fans out like a little la-di-da. Check it out. So cool. Like, I just can't get over all of the things that we did that day. It's just so much. So awesome. This one has a little pocket and a flap. This one is super cute too. It opens like this. Right? And then this is also pockets. Cute. Binder page. Oops, I'm crooked. Okay, are you ready for coolness? So this is pretty cute, and then a chipboard piece goes here and holds these closed, but yep. Look at those, hey? Now, this is like the shining moment of this whole album. What? I know, look at all the photos I can get on this one page. Plus, this is a pocket. What? Pockets. Plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 spots for photos. Or I could put a photo here. 12. Like, what the heck, hey? How sweet is that? Sweet diggity dog. Okay, and then this one is a pocket. Or not. I lied. It's just a mat. This one's a flip. This one's just a binder page. And then we have like 4 little tiny photo pockets or journaling pockets or whatever you want to put in there. So fun. I don't even know what pictures I'm going to use for this. I just had so much fun putting it together. But I have never had a mini page or a mini book go without photos before. So hopefully this one will get some photos in the near future. But look at this, 2 pockets on this page. 2, 1, 2. So cute. That side, and then this one again is like a waterfall page. These ones, again, they're just flaps, but look how cute. Cute, 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 cute. And then this one, pocket page with a flap. Bing. This one is so fun too. Look at. Open, open, open. This way, this way. Like, fancy that, hey? And then it's on this binder page, but I think I folded it wrong because I don't think it's supposed to stick out like this. But you know what? It's still cute. I'll roll with it. And then another pocket page. And then these little side pockets with some tags tucked in. Binder page, 6x8 pocket with a flap in the back. Pocket page, pocket page. Now how cool was that? So I put that whole album together. Now I need to figure out what I want to put in it and print some photos and get some journaling in there. So fun. Okay, now going back to my Evergreen and Holly. That's mostly what I worked on when I was at home, is this 6x8 album. It is my son and his family, their 2022 Christmas album. And I got, how many pages did I count? 21 6x8 pages done. I did not count the calendar page. I counted starting with number 1. So, look at how cute that is. I love that door. It's chipboard. Elf, pocket page, pocket page. This has pockets and you just slide these, and I put photos on both sides. So I think that turned out really cute. Photos on both sides. Santa Claus parade. And I do need to add some adhesive now that things are in it. And then this, how cute is this? Look at pictures, 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 pictures. And then they all fit into this cute little present. Like, how sweet is that? I just love that so much. There we go. More pictures. And then we got our tree pictures. Little elves decided it was tree day, so they brought out all the decorating stuff. Pocket page with a little flap. I'm just tucking pictures wherever I can get them, because we take a lot of pictures at Christmas time. In our family anyway. I don't know about everybody else. I need to add something here. I just don't know what yet. Yeah, there's that. And then this one's so cute too. Look at this little slider. It's just like the cutest little thing, and it just comes off, and then you can open a little cutie pie in there. And then another flap. Pocket. Some bigger pictures of the babes. They're so sweet. Their faces crack me up sometimes too. They're just so silly. And then some Elf on the Shelf. And then under here is all about Santa checked in on Quentin at junior kindergarten, and he is on the nice list. They've been learning about the ocean this month. So there's all his school stuff that happened in December. And then Elf on the Shelf on the top. And then we got some more Elf on the Shelf. And I used my numbers for Elf on the Shelf. I didn't really use them. Oh my gosh, this is like the unicorn present. Your kids ever do that where they like, I want this for Christmas, and it's not available anywhere. Like, we found this on eBay for like an atrocious amount of money. We're like, yeah, we're not paying that for tiny little figures. But he wanted, so we did find this guy. This is the Night Ninja from PJ Masks, and these are Ninjalinos. So Grandma made a mistake well, it's not a mistake, but I bought him a book at Halloween, and it was all about Night Ninja and the Ninjalinos celebrating Halloween with PJ Masks, and they all spend the, party time just being friends. Well, he's obsessed with these little Ninjalinos. Do you think I can find them anywhere? Nope, they don't make that toy anymore because PJ Masks is old school. But anyway, c'est la vie. We did find Night Ninja. It's the best I could do. I also found the robot pirate, so I feel like I win still. But anyway, more Elf on the Shelf. Elf on the Shelf with Minnie and Mickey. And this is all about on day 10, what did they do? Little guy went to his auntie and uncle's and made gingerbread house. And little girl went to her first birthday party, COVID baby. And she was fascinated with this temporary tattoo of Olaf. It's like, okay. And then Elf Antics number 11. And that's as far as I got. And here is some of their professional photos that they did with Santa, because it was her first time meeting Santa. She was not thrilled, but he was able to lure her with candy canes, as all strangers do. Oh, some of the things we do to our kids, hey? He was thrilled. He had so much to say. Santa also could not find the Ninjalinos, just so you know. Okay, so that is it for my January 2023. I did 25 layouts, or 31 12 by 12 pages. I did 5 cards. I did 21 6 by 8 pages. I also put together that print shop album. I feel like I accomplished a lot, even though I didn't put out a lot of content for you guys. So hopefully that can all change in the month of February for you guys, because I would like to be on YouTube a lot more. I just need to be crafting at home and not using paid content, because we don't need to be sharing all of that, right? So I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you have any questions or comments, I really do love hearing from you, so please leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Have a great day, everybody. Bye for now.